What's going on, everybody? This is Sanitary 103, always promoting clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. So in this video, I'm going to go over the top 10 dieting mistakes that people often make. The first dieting mistake that people often make, and you definitely should not be doing, is starving. Now, it would seem like common sense not to starve yourself, but unfortunately, a lot of people get desperate and they resort to starving. Now, starving at extreme levels can jeopardize your health and even kill you. It also slows down your metabolism and it's not sustainable. So definitely do not take that route and starve yourself. Number 2 is skipping breakfast. Now, before I get into that, I did want to mention that when you lose weight, it comes down to an overall caloric deficit. The meal timing is not as significant as the overall calories. However, there have been an array of studies which support that when you eat a solid breakfast of, lean protein and some good carbs, people tend to eat less throughout the day, and that's very beneficial if you're trying to lose weight. So make sure if you're skipping breakfast that you probably should stop that habit and get in a good breakfast, such as plain oatmeal and some eggs. You want to stay away from the sugary stuff that's going to spike your insulin through the roof. So if you do that, there's a less chance that you're gonna put on weight and eat more. So that's definitely a mistake that a lot of people make, and make sure you don't do that. The third dieting mistake that people make is not exercising. Now, some of you guys might be scratching your head saying, not exercising? Of course I exercise. That's what I need to do to lose weight. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that don't want to put in the physical work and they just want to, cut down on calories. Now, once again, you can lose weight by cutting down on calories, but if you omit the exercise, you're missing out on all the health benefits of exercising. It's great for your lungs. It increases your lung capacity. It's good for your heart. It helps you sleep better at night. It lowers cholesterol, lowers blood pressure. It just goes on and on. The other good thing about exercising is that if you just cut down on the calories and you lose weight, you're gonna look better, but you're just gonna be like a smaller version of what you used to be, which is fine. However, if you work out, you'll be a little bit smaller, but you also be a little bit trimmer and a little bit tighter in certain areas and aesthetically look better, at least in my opinion. So make sure that you do work out. Dieting mistake number 4 is thinking that you can eat whatever you want because you worked out. A lot of people do that, and if you're watching this video and you're guilty of this, you gotta change that habit. I'm just telling you straight up from the horse's mouth. If you work out for a good hour and you burn like 400 or 500 calories, that's great. But if you go home and eat a plate of pasta and some breadsticks and down a soda, guess what? The scale's not going to be moving in the right direction. It's very easy to eat the calories and consume them, but the body is very hard in burning them. So you got to make sure that you focus on not only the working out aspect, but the dieting part. Dieting mistake number 5 is not tracking your calories, at least initially. Now, I don't believe that everybody has to count their calories to the T, but for people that are beginning to diet and have no idea what they're consuming, I always suggest people to make a little log and write down and track down everything that you eat so you know how many calories you're taking in. By having this baseline number, you at least have a general idea of how many calories you need to eat. So make sure you don't make this dieting mistake, because you're gonna be like a chicken with your head cut off and you're not gonna know what days, how much you're eating what, so make sure that you track your calories. Dieting mistake number 6 is drinking sugared beverages. That includes the fruit juices, all sodas, energy drinks that are not sugar-free. Now, a lot of people that when they start dieting, they only think about the food part, but a lot of Americans and even in other countries get a lot of their calories from beverages, and to me, those are wasted calories. It's just pure sugar. It doesn't really do any good for the most part. Even sports drinks, a lot of these sports drinks as well, have hidden calories. They have some electrolytes, but that's for another discussion. But in general, you want to get the majority of your calories from food and monitor them. So if you're beginning to diet and you're really focused on eating the right foods, but you're guzzling down a 20 to 32 ounce big gulp at 7-Eleven, and then you're scratching your head wondering why you're not losing weight, it's probably because you're consuming too many calories from beverages, so don't make that dieting mistake. Dieting mistake number 7 is weighing yourself too often. I see people on multiple message boards, weight loss message boards, and they say, oh, I was 110 pounds, early morning, I ate something, I'm now 115, the next morning I'm 113. You're gonna drive yourself crazy by doing that. What people need to realize is that your weight's gonna fluctuate up and down quite a bit, and that if you weigh yourself at certain times of the day as opposed to other times, your weight's gonna go up and down. So it's gonna be misleading and it's gonna drive you crazy. So what I recommend is not weighing yourself too much, not getting crazy. Once a week is fine. Do it first thing in the morning. Make sure you take a pee, you go number 2, go butt naked, use the same exact scale because different scales might be off and not accurate, and then just weigh yourself. And by doing that, you're not going to drive yourself too crazy, so make sure you don't weigh yourself too often. Dieting mistake number 8 is falling in the fat-free trap. What is the fat-free trap? The fat-free trap is eating certain foods that are low in fat and assuming because they're low in fat that you can eat it if you're on a diet. For example, gummy bears, gummy worms, licorice, red ropes, all that stuff. If you don't believe me, go to your local grocery store, go down the candy aisle and grab, a package of those sour punches, those gummy worms, gummy bears, whatever it is. Look on the nutritional information and look at the fat grams. What does it say? A big fat 0. So you might be saying to yourself, whoa, fat-free, these red vines are fat-free. I'm trying to cut down on fat and this is fat-free. You would think that you should be able to eat it. However, don't feel bad if you've fallen for this trap because it's a little bit tricky. So, I'm not trying to talk down upon, you guys, of course. I'm just trying to warn you guys. A lot of stuff that are like fat-free, let's say like Fig Newtons, that's a good example. The Fig Newtons, they're fat-free, but these companies are very smart. And in order to compensate for the taste and make it taste better, but making it fat-free, what do? They up the sugar, and sugars aren't considered fat, they're considered carbohydrates. So, a lot of those snacks that I've mentioned are full of sugar, but 0 fat. So don't fall victim to that and be careful and make sure you read the nutritional information. Dieting mistake number 9 is cutting out all the fat from your diet. Now, you need healthy fats in your diet. Just make sure you get them from, whole eggs, avocados, use olive oil, when you're cooking. You need healthy fats because a diet without fat is very deficient. You just always want to make sure that your diet is well balanced with, healthy fats, good complex carbs, and some good lean protein. Last but definitely not least is dieting mistake number 10, and that is crash dieting. Now, crash dieting, I would say that's pretty, similar to starving. It kind of depends to what extreme a person goes on. But I think with starving, that's kind of like more when someone just goes days without eating. Crash dieting is one of those things where people eat bad and then in a small window, they want to lose weight really fast. Not to go off on too much on a tangent, but I did wrestle in high school and I did a lot of the crash dieting. It's no fun, it's no good, it's not sustainable. And you're gonna feel like crap, and you might lose a lot of the weight, but a lot of it's gonna be water weight, and then guess what's gonna happen? Your body's gonna hate you for it, you're gonna gain all the water weight back, and probably overcompensate and eat more and gain weight, so no crash dieting. Alrighty, that's about it for this list for now, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure, if you're new to my channel and watching this video, that you comment and subscribe if you'd like for all the latest in diet, health, and fitness. Comments and questions are always welcome. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.